It's day 7 of COVID-19 quarantine, and just got this guy. This is an Eastar full-size violin. Just pulled it out of the box. Packaging was pretty good, and I was gonna go check it out. So the case is pretty robust. Looks like it's pretty good quality. It's very light. Yeah, you got backpack straps here, and a handle, front pocket, which feels empty right now. Empty. The zipper is covered by this little Velcro flap. You open it up. So far, all Eastar's cases have been pretty impressive. Okay. Wow, that's cool. A little scary at first, but that's it right there. I mean, I know it doesn't ship with the bridge on. I get it, but it's just kind of gnarly when you look at that first glance. You're like, what the hell? Relive that for you. I mean, it looks broken at first. It's not. It's just, you know, the way it comes. But anyway, so let's see what we got going on here. So I'll do this little Velcro thing. Pull this guy out. All right. Now, I'm not a violin player at all. I did play violin as a kid. It was my first instrument. But I certainly don't consider myself a violinist by any stretch. I do have a few students who are violin players, who I would have loved to have give this a go. But sadly, COVID-19, not going to be seeing them for several weeks, I'm sure. So I can't have them test this. But you know, I've been an owner of stringed instruments for years, and I'm sure I can come up with something. Okay, so we got that. I think that's pretty common, having a little bit of a tilt in the bridge. So it kind of comes pre-slotted. It's a little messy. I don't know what happened here. There's grooves and notches, but it seems like, I don't know, not the best bridge. I'd expect this to be a little bit cleaner and a little bit, not cleaner, like, I don't really care that it's, you know, darker there, but I'd expect it to be much cleaner of a cut, of a routing. Let's see. Ooh, extra strings, tuner, and extra little shoulder rest, rosin. All right, so yeah, and of course the bow. We'll take a look at that in a hot second. Okay, sounds nice. That's not gonna work. Loosen up all these bad boys. I had my childhood violin in my school. I didn't know I was gonna be doing this review until. And I'm not tuning it yet. I'm just putting some tension down on it, just so the bridge doesn't fall off. Okay, the machines look pretty cool. All right, leave them halfway so you can tune a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's sculpted well. I'm sure it's a machine that does this, but yeah, overall, it's pretty sharp, eh? Again, very light instrument. I'd imagine this is a full-size violin, so, and it has the built-in, I would say fret markers, but finger positions on there. Of course, I don't know what these are anymore. So far, it looks like it's mother of pearl in there. It could have been a little bit cleaner, the way they routed that out, or drilled that out, or whatever, and put those mother of pearl fret markers in. See some wood filler in this one. It's a little bit messy. But again, you're spending $75 on a violin. I mean, you're gonna expect some things like that. I mean, if someone told me you were gonna buy a $75 violin, I would think that it would be a toy, like a plastic toy, right? This is actually wood. What kind of wood, I have no idea. But, I mean, it's legit violin. So, all right, let's give this a shot. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the bow. Now, I do know a decent bow when I see one. I've had to buy a few bass bows for school a couple of times, and I've used bass bows as a classical percussion major. We needed bass bows here and there for making for bowed cymbals, bowed vibraphones, and things like that. So yeah, even for that stuff, you wanted a good quality bow. All right, so it's not really the wooden part that concerns me. It's the hairs. Now, I'm pretty sure this is not authentic horsehair, right? That would cost a ton, but well, it's pretty nice. I mean, it looks like it's a zebra wood kind of finish. You can see the drilling or the sanding machine a little bit, but you can see that it's got a little bit of like teeth marks there. That looks cool. It's either rosewood or some type of zebra wood. I don't know what this bow is made of, but overall, the frog looks pretty cool. You got the mother of pearl thing. That's centered pretty nice, but there is some gaps between the wood and the mother of pearl or plastic. I don't really know what it is. That's nice and flush. It's nice and flush. All right. All this stuff looks pretty much on point. Finish blemish here. Finish blemish there. You see some of the glue kind of spilling out. Now let's give this a little tighten. See how this works. All right. It's getting tight. Good, good. I'm not going to go too far with it. Yeah. I mean, it'll work for sure. All right, so I did find a second bridge. This one looks to be a little bit lower. Never mind. I think it's the same height, but it's an extra one. This one is much better. It's not that much nicer and cleaner. So this is what I would expect out of both of them. But I'm glad there's two of them. So just in case, right? All right. So let's take a look at this rosin. I am not a rosin expert, of course, but the rosins I've come across that have spent good money on for bass bows was not as clear as this. It's always been darker, much more amber color. There's already sort of like an internal crack in there. Designed in Italian. It's designed in Italian. Good. All right, so the first rosinings take forever. Oh, that's really chipping off. Damn. Combination of heat, just friction in general, will slowly pulverize that sap. All right, so that was a bit of a pain in the ass, tuning this thing, as I remember. But yeah, the fine tuners work pretty well. Yeah, the tuning machines are fine too. I mean, it's just, yeah, violins are not machine heads. They're, these are all friction based, so you got to turn it and then jam it in there. But yeah, pretty close. Open fits. Okay, see if I remember this. Oh my god! Oh, rosining it was totally fine. But anyway, I have no idea what I'm doing. Markers seem to be right. Sounds like a bagpipe. All right, I give up. I mean, it makes sound. It sounds like a violin. It sounds like a guy who doesn't know how to play a violin is playing a violin, so I guess it sounds pretty accurate. But yeah, overall, yeah, pretty impressed with it. It's solid instrument. Wood. Appears to be a rosewood fretboard. Sorry, I'm using guitar terms here. Yeah, overall not bad. Not bad, Eastar. Really solid. So definitely check this out if you need a quick replacement for an instrument. This is definitely one that you can pull off, as a backup if you're a middle school, high school kid. If you're just starting on your own, you just want to be a hobbyist. I mean, I can't play this thing. I'm a trained musician. I don't know how to play this thing. This is absolutely where I would start if I wanted to relearn this instrument. But anyway, so that's that Eastar full-size violin.
Et voilà, je l'ai monté comme il faut. Vous allez voir, vous avez cette partie-là ici que vous devez placer au milieu. Ici, on ajuste par ici seulement quand on est sûr d'avoir les bonnes notes avec nos embouts ici, là, quand on les a tendus. Donc, cette bidule-là sert à le régler. Quand il n'y a pas de bruit, il est à 0. Puis quand vous faites du bruit, il va remonter. Ou redescendre dans les aigus. Juste... c'est difficile, là, parce que je suis pas à la bonne place. Comme ça. Assurez-vous, quand vous allez monter vos cordes, que cette... je sais pas c'est quoi le nom scientifique pour ça, là, scientifique du violon, que vos bouts ici, où vos cordes sont, ils soient bien rentrés à l'extrémité, dans l'autre trou. Parce que sinon, vous allez faire comme moi, vous allez faire péter vos cordes par accident. Vous avez ici le colophane qui sert, dans le fond, à bien graisser votre arche, qui, elle, doit aussi être bien tendue. Donc, en position pour jouer, l'arche doit... On doit la tendre par le bout qu'il y a ici, de façon à ce que les doigts passent pas au travers. Mais là, ça dépend de la personne, ça dépend du bois. Puis en position repos, mais c'est sûr qu'on va la lousser un petit peu avant d'aller l'installer dans le caisse. Donc, si vous avez bien fait tout ce que je vous ai dit, avant de l'utiliser, vous avez bien graissé votre arche de cette façon-là, parce que là, l'arche, elle est complètement neuve. Si vous l'avez bien graissé et poli, regardez ici, là, quand vous allez le recevoir, ça, il va être complètement luisant comme ici, OK? Fait qu'il faut le polir jusqu'à temps qu'il y ait une surface lisse qui a disparu. Donc, vous l'installez sur vous comme ça, puis là, on polit comme ça. Tout le long de la corde. OK? À la fin, on peut prendre aussi une espèce de linge microfibre pour aller s'assurer que on est bien poli, pour être sûr que le colophane est passé au travers. C'est sûr que il va y avoir une petite poudre qui va se déposer sur votre violon. Je vais vous montrer, avant de vous montrer le son, là, je vais vous montrer quelque chose. Ici, c'est pour le menton. Moi, je l'ai enlevé là, pour l'instant. Ça, ici, c'est pour votre épaule, pour accoter votre violon, pour éviter que il bouge d'un bord puis de l'autre. OK? Un petit coussin. Là, ici, dans la boîte cachée, il y a un autre gadget là, pour ajuster les cordes au centre, comme ici. Puis, il y avait aussi des cordes supplémentaires. Tout un set au complet. Moi, j'en ai déjà pris 2 parce que je l'ai brisé. Ici, c'est l'endroit où vous allez installer votre arche. Ce qui est bien le fun, c'est qu'il y a des petits crochets là, pour vraiment la retenir. Puis, elle se glisse dans le trou qu'il y a ici. C'est vraiment une super belle valise. Franchement, là. Puis, c'est ça, là, moi, je suis en train d'apprendre comment fonctionne ce gadget-là, mais j'imagine que je dois aller chercher des notes en m'en servant, là. Je suis même pas sûre exactement où est-ce que je dois le faire, mais je vais étudier la chose. Donc, si vous avez bien graissé avec le colophane votre violon, ceux qui ont essayé avant comme moi puis qui connaissent pas le violon se sont bien rendus compte qu'il n'y avait aucun son qui sortait. Fait que si et voilà. Mais là je bougerai pas une toune parce que je suis pas habitué. Voyez-vous la petite poutre là, ça c'est le colophane. Voilà, j'espère que j'ai pu vous aider. Parce que moi, j'avais aucune idée de comment ça fonctionnait. Je vais continuer mes recherches sur Internet pour essayer de trouver comment je vais apprendre. Mais j'imagine que c'est pas pire qu'une guitare. Puis, ben voilà. Enjoy!
So I just received this violin, and it took 5 minutes to get it tuned. It wasn't packed super well, and so the fine tuners were all completely unscrewed and loose in the box, and it seems like the tailpiece kind of like rubbed and scratched. It could have been packaged a little bit better, and they're a little bit like rattly and bent, but you know, I got it back into position and tuned up okay. Seems to be holding a tune right away. The biggest problem is that the bow is very warped. Like this is, even when it's all the way loose, it bows up, and then it's also warped to the side quite a bit, as you can see, which I'm hoping customer service will help me out with that. But I just wanted to leave a review. So the sound's pretty good. For straight out of the box and still settling in. And I'm used to playing a full violin. It's a little weird to play a 3/4, but I'll just play a little bit of something. So another nice thing is it does seem like the dots are pretty close to where they go. It's always annoying putting the tape on for kids, so that's nice. Anyway, that wasn't great playing, but it's like holding a tune pretty well. The tone's pretty good. The bow really leaves something to be desired, but otherwise, like the shoulder rest's okay. The tuner works. It's pretty nice.